Yo, if it's gonna ask me to log into something, I don't know. I don't remember. On level 29 it says. Okay, so there's that I'm playing. Let's see what rewards I got.
Garage door.
Helmet of Sparta. 100. What's that? Oh, these are free. Yeah, that's cool. What does that mean? Sure. Free jacket. Okay, okay. Giving back to us. Alright. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Gotta get some stuff out, you know. Tired.
Ah, Bagley. You wouldn't believe all the juicy rumors the commoners know.
What are you doing?
I'm gathering intelligence. Resisting and all that.
Works for me. Let's go.
Can I change that at any time?
Yours truly. Finally, hello again. By their gossip, tell them off. Guess what the wankers do? They go to the gun and say they've been verbally abused by me. I can't believe it. The bastards get paid leave, and I get stuck in sensitivity. Bollocks.
I'm taking in art and culture.
You look like the rebellious sort. Are you interested in fighting the good fight?
Are you with DedSec? If you are, I could use your help.
I'll have a look at our schedule. What's wrong?
I volunteer for this organisation. I like to call it an underground charity. We help undocumented immigrants avoid deportation. I make an effort to stay in touch with those I've helped, but lately I haven't been able to reach any of them. I'm concerned about them.
Not to worry. We'll find out what's happening. We'll start with this charity.
The name I can't fucking pronounce. Always gives the curtain a straw. Goes in and out of his flat.
Dead bodies float over. Well, the point remains.
I just can't handle this race in London. Or he's a fucking hitman.
The Bug. Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably concrete face of modern Britain. I'm Andy, I bench 480, and I can crack a tree in half just by looking at it. Can I? Well, what is reality anymore, anyway? Alice, what do you bench?
Bench body weights, well, not my body weight,
Okay.
body weight of a baby.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail. Just
It's very
body weight.
impressive. People look
Yeah.
at me and go, where did you get that baby?
You are listening to The Bug.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS. And I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
Maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew into every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll. We should say that this is not any poll. This is an official poll. Right from the very heart of government. It's not a knock-off fake poll of an elderly couple and their mangy old dog sitting on a bench waiting to die. This is an official poll. So let's just put those words, official poll, through an online translator in case you didn't study languages. Let's find out what it actually means. Made up lie. There we go. Go.
This is London Calling. I'm Tash, and this is Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. Today we're talking about policing, by consent or by force for profit. Ever since Sir Robert Peel created the police force as we know it in 1829, London has relied on the Metropolitan Police Service for peace, stability, and justice. They weren't perfect, but at least there was some democratic control. Now there's a new sheriff in town. If you're a victim of crime or you just want to silence a peaceful protest, there's a new police force to turn to. Albion. And they're about as far from the old-fashioned...
Seriously, what do you think you're going to accomplish? Stop it right now. Do you know why? She's got to be here. What are you going to do? You want some of this?
I can't fucking wait. Calm down, okay? You're making a scene.
I can't believe it. The bastards get paid leave, and I get stuck in
Just relax, okay? Take a deep breath.
Why does this always bloody happen? All this, yeah?
Just leave me alone.
Relax a second.
Well, don't you have a feisty look about you? Don't worry, I'm not coming on to you. Unless, of course, you're into it.
Are you with DedSec?
A gentleman never reveals his secrets.
How do they
Smash
just know it? That's
Now,
so terrible.
I have a plot to make things difficult for Clan Ken. Interested?
Keep talking.
All right, story time then. One day, some miserable gangster shits wanted to prove how big their pricks were by shaking down shopkeepers and senior citizens for so-called protection money. But one woman wouldn't stand for it, so she cooked up a virus that would drain the ship's crypto wallet and give it all back to their victims. But she can't do it without their private key.
And I suppose you could use our help in finding this key.
Yes. Get me that file, and I'll be able to do a Robin Hood on those thieving Kelly bastards. I never forget a favor. Help me, and I'll help you however I can.
All right. My friends and I will see what's what.
Hey, you! Well, you... I'm warning you! Bell end.
Not today.
Swine!
Okay.
Back off! You
Hey,
brute!
hold on just a second.
Degenerate! That's revolting.
You look like the rebellious sort. Are you interested in fighting the good fight?
You're dead set, right? About time. I've got a shit ton of intel, mate. We can work on it together.
Keep talking.
Listen to this, mate. My co-workers and I, we all got axed. 300 people out on their ear. And then they just replaced us on the same day.
That's horrid.
Now, don't swear. I'm fine. Landed on my feet, all right? But I'm not buying this restructure bullshit. It's just shady as hell. Something's going on. Can smell it a mile away. We were super skilled. There's no way they would have sacked us like that.
I take it you'd like DedSec to find out more about your replacement.
Dead on. You help me with this, and I'll do whatever you want. I'll repay my debts.
Open your eyes.
Oh god. Oh god.
Someone's having a bad day.
A tech corporation acting unethically? Sounds out of character, but let's investigate anyway.
I'll look into it.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
Control to all units. Possible hostile near your location.
Auto drive now disabled.
Preparing to ram suspect's vehicle. Pursuing the target. Over.
Any sign of the target? Anyone?
I'm all in. What have you got? Read 'em and read.
5 aces. You wouldn't let people cheat at cards, so why let them cheat at life? People who are here illegally are cheating the system, and we don't think that's fair. Let's make Britain a fair place to live again. See it, say it, and we'll take care of the rest. SIRS. We're here to listen to you.
The Bug. Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably concrete face of modern Britain. I'm... I bench 480 and I can crack
Auto drive now
by
enabled.
looking at it. Can I? But what is reality anymore? Anyway. Alice, what do you bench?
I bench body weights.
Right.
Well, not my body weight.
Okay.
Body weight of a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail. Just
It's very
body weight.
impressive. People look at me and go, "Where did you get that baby?"
Yeah. You are listening to The Bug.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS. And I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
Or maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew into every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll. We should say that this is not any poll. This is an official poll, right from the very heart of government. It's not a knock-off fake poll of an elderly couple and their mangy old dog sitting on a bench waiting to die. This is an official poll. So let's just put those words "official poll" through an online translator in case you didn't study languages. Let's find out what it actually means. Made up lie. There we go. Got to clear that up. I think it's fair to say, entirely trust these official polls they feed us, Alice. I mean, they could publish an official poll saying that over 99.9% of children like ice cream, and I would instantly assume that all children now hate all ice cream and would prefer to eat a bucket of gravel mixed with dead badger. They could publish an official poll saying that 10 out of 10 cats prefer cat food to being whacked with a tennis racket, and I would assume that all cats have gone vegan and were queuing up outside Wimbledon meowing, "Choose me, choose me."
I trust these polls as much as I trust someone recommending a movie that they watched during a breakup. Your judgment is impaired, Sally.
I'll make my own decisions.
I trust those polls as much as I would trust Mary Kelly if she came up to me and said, "Congratulations, Andy, you've just won a free holiday to the south of France in the back of this windowless van."
I think official polls are like the unsolicited dick pics that the government provides us. I didn't ask for it, I don't believe it, it's on an angle, you've artificially inflated it ahead of time, and anyone that falls for one deserves all the disappointment of trying to match it to reality. These polls are absolute rubbish, Andy. I read one the other day that said the plumbing in London was good, and it absolutely is not. I mean, we have this technology now where they can spy on my every bowel movement. There's a CTOS camera installed inside my underwear drawer. A media drone is scaring the birds off my garden bird feeder, and you can't get me consistently hot water.
Speaking of media drones, I mean, they're everywhere, clearly. The great thing, I guess, about media drones is that, as inanimate robots, they actually have more humanity, compassion and dignity than the human journalists we used to have to put up with, and a much more accurately calibrated moral compass. But it's the intrusion I can't stand, Alice. I'm in showbiz. Look at me here in this windowless dungeon. I'm in showbiz, and it's terrible for me, all these drones knowing I'm being filmed all the time, every day. I have to make sure I've done my hair and makeup and not wearing clothes I've ever worn before. But we all have crosses to bear.
At this point, they've installed so many CTOS cameras, I'm not sure where they'll put the new ones. On top of the old ones, just cameras watching other cameras, like a social media influencer so self-absorbed they don't know how to sleep without turning it into monetized content.
I think that's the logical end of all society, isn't it? Where just everything has just become a camera filming another camera. To be honest, I've just given up on all news and reality now, Alice. I just, in fact, I now just make up my own headlines these days. I get a piece of paper and a pen. Remember them? Paper and pens, those were the days. And I'll just write down the headlines I want to read. Now, I'll just make my own newspaper. Look, here I've got today. If you point at the bird shit on your car window and say it's a currency, no one can tell you otherwise. Screams Chancellor at Bilderberg karaoke night. Let's write another headline. Here we go. PM announces Britain back on track after swapping all Crown Estate properties for some magic beans. Might as well. We've got to do something as the nation we are today. Here's another one. Wild joy on the streets as Britain signs £864 zillion trade deal with Bolivia. There we go. Build a better world. Government claim only
You
nice
have
people
reached
will
your
benefit from Britain
destination.
and sell trampolines, mermaids and warships to landlocked South American nation. We're building a better Britain. Here's another one. Environment probably fine, claims drowning scientist. Invent the world you want to have, people. It's going to be way, way better than the one you've actually got. From the bug, goodbye. From the Buccaneer, this is the bug.
Every year, more than 80,000 construction workers in England suffer from a work-related injury. More than 25% of all work-related fatalities happen in the building industry. Construction sites are dangerous places. With Ixotek's drones, we're automating safety in the construction industry. Saving time, saving money, saving lives. Put your trust in Ixotek.
You're listening to the bug.
You've arrived at our contact's former employer, and aside from some heavily armed security guards, it's basically a ghost town.
Intriguing.
I don't think this replacement is on site. Dig around and see if you can figure out where they are.
You want a slap, huh? Stop!
You can do your corporate espionage from there.
Uploading the data now.
Copy that. I'll analyze the company records while you get to safety.
Tell me what we've got, Bags.
Well, I found our prospect's replacement. It's an AI, and a pretty shoddy one at that. Nowhere near as smart as me. It could maybe replace a few million humans at most.
Bloody hell.
Oh, right. I suppose from your perspective, that's a lot. If you like, we can go destroy it before it puts anyone else out of work.
Sounds good. Drop a pin on them. Map for me, would you?
The demands of being a DedSec operative are all-consuming, so taking app gigs is a good way to make some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care, and some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha!
Hey! Seriously, no, hold on. Yeah, I guess. No, listen. Let's breathe, all right? Right, what's that? Click! My God! Shit! That's the guy listening! Yeah. What's your fucking problem? Oi, big man! You don't, do you? They're shit out of luck. You're on Clan Kelly Cove now, alright? There's no fucking trouble for you here. It's all sense. Fuck! What the fuck was that? Oi, Frank, get back here.
We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
And just so you know, when I said I owe you, I meant it.
Best thing you could do is join DedSec. We could use you.
Fuck it. I'm in.
Who does the whole bloody job alone? Yours true. Finally, I can see it. Yep. Oh!
Oh, fucking hell, did I just whip myself?
Calm.
I'm leaving.
Holy hell, scanning the area for suspicious behavior.
Something's up with this vehicle, people. Begin lockdown.
God damn it! No!
Hacked vehicle identified. Searching for the source. Yep. Gonna have nightmares tonight. I know you're here somewhere.
Jesus.
Interesting. Drove, run a search on this sector.
Really quite something.
Any sign of the target? Not seeing anything here. Moving elsewhere.
Watch it.
Don't want no trouble, man.
Oh, you don't want trouble?
Auto drive now
You're
enabled.
listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting, and headaches. Hello, Britain. This is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy. Joining me, as always, Alice. And
I deny everything.
just a good state of existence. Some good news at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government. None at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. But there are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicines. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes.
Auto drive now disabled.
And out-tumble a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neurodilatory estrogen spermatotropic fruit pastels.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been.
Perform a search.
I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
We can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was
Auto
less
drive
of it
now
to be
enabled.
diabetic.
So, anyway, people don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic humbug, it's nonsensical narcotic nincompoop. I think I've made the point. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to eat a carrot and pretend. And do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not, for it contains the only medicine any of us truly need. Stirring music, please, producer Chris. Freedom. The medicine of British freedom. And the analgesic knowledge that however ill you may be, Bloom are keeping an eye on things for you.
You have reached your
investing
destination.
heavily in the placebo effect right now. You're listening to The Bug.
Obviously, I don't entirely mean that because what is
The job-killing AI's code blueprint has been packed up into a crate on site.
Slash and burn time.
out and find them! Damn, it's like they just vanished.
There it is. Time to do your destroying other people's property thing. Successfully murdered. Now get to safety and I'll send our friend for good news.
Quiz time. If I told you your replacement was an AI, would you A, laugh, or B, shit yourself in anger over the whole world being replaced by robots?
Sorry, what?
Nasty business. Looks like some tech corporation was ready to put everyone in your field out of work. But DedSec stopped the AI.
Thanks.
In DedSec, the more the merrier. Care to join us?
You kidding? Hell yeah.
I'm excited to see what you're capable of. Very excited.
Bang in. Hype to expose the bastards in charge, yeah?
Lovely.
Get the fuck out of here!
Ugh.